sustainable organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com. www.zannacoffee.com. Get your coffee bag now. Don't be cheap. Life is too short and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee. Here we go, guys and girls. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna on K-Talks 1340 AM, first hour. This is the second segment of the first hour. We had before, just a few minutes ago, we had the wife of Eric J. Parker, what the media used to call the Bundy's Ranch sniper. And as I said, this is so sick because, first of all, he wasn't a sniper. He's not a sniper. He just had a regular rifle, even without scope, and he wasn't trying to shoot anybody. As I said before, there was a reflex, or let's say a consequence, when the agents of BLM started to point loaded rifles at unarmed citizens. This is my opinion, but I was there. I was an eyewitness. Now, I would like to talk about different things. I have with me another guest that I had many times on my show. He's also a friend, and he's also a man I respect a lot. He was with me during the day, April the 12th, a few years ago, 2013, I guess. My brain started to go fried. Anyway, and he was down at the Bundy's Ranch, exactly at Bunkersville, okay? This big standoff. And he was there facing the same rifles that I was facing and many other people like us. I was doing my job as a reporter, of course, exercising my First Amendment, and also this man was exercising his First Amendment. So he can tell us more. But more important, we talk with him a lot about targeted individuals. He's the man who also introduced me to this crazy idea that is not crazy at all, unfortunately. At the beginning, I said, what? What are you talking about? And I thought it was just, I'm open mind, don't get me wrong. I don't pass judgments. But it's the first time you hear about this stuff. I tell you, it is more than normal that you freak out and you have big questions. Then when you start to realize that there is the technology, there are patents, there is a history, there are records and declassified documents, and you put all this together with all the other things these bastards have been doing to us the last at least 50 years, you understand that this is not a conspiracy. So anyway, I really appreciate his input to help me out to learn about this. His name is Ken Rhoades from Michigan. Ken, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Luca.
All right, man. Thank you for being again with me. Last time we talked with you about updates from Pete Santilli, the broadcaster that was, facing 20 years, I guess, or whatever, in federal prison just to be part of this, just for reporting the news from Oregon, for whatever used to be happening, this standoff in Oregon with the Bundy's brothers or whatever. And, of course, now he's back in, I guess he's been dismissed from Oregon, the charges, and now is facing the charges for Bunkerville, the event that I was talking about. I don't think you have any other news about Pete, right?
No, since he's left, since he's left Oregon, I haven't heard one word from him. It's kind of, and I know he's doing all right, but I haven't heard from him, so we'll just leave it at that.
Okay, hope it's okay. Sometimes it's difficult to even to call. I tell you, this morning when I was tried to have Eric Parker on the show, he tried to call 3 times or 4 times, and the line I couldn't connect. That was so weird. I don't know. Maybe he's having a problem. I have no idea. But if you have any other updates, let me know, please. Right now, I would like to talk with you about a few things. First of all, we always try to share information about targeted individuals, about the technology they are using to control humanity's mind, not just few individuals. Of course, now they're using it mostly on experimenting, maybe on a niche. But I believe that now it's already been, let's say, used this technology to completely dominate the masses. I mean, how do you explain that we have out there millions of human beings, I guess? I think they call it, for me, they're zombies at this point. Not just because, I don't know, they have to vote for Hillary no matter what, no matter even if, and I'm not talking about party. I don't care if you are a communist, a Democrat, or whatever. This is not even the point. I'm talking about criminal records, talking about allegations that unfortunately we know they're not even going to have a chance to face a jury and a trial because of the corruption. They classify emails, Benghazi, the servers, the Clinton Foundation, the Haiti scandals. I mean, the Russian deal with for the uranium. There is so much. I could fill 3 hours all with this information. But I know personally people that I had on my show, Democrats, that they profess themselves for peace. and they go around with the peace signs, and they were all for peace and bashing Bush. That, by the way, I bash him too. I was probably one of the first Republicans to bash the bastard. And now they're all following the orders and going to vote for this witch. I mean, is this a mind control or not? What do you think?
Oh, I definitely think it's mind control. But if we keep falling, if Hillary Clinton gets in, we will be in war very soon here. I don't know if most people understand how close we are to war, but I'm going to get back onto the mind control because I'm a targeted individual. And Luca, you know, I've been saying for years, this is the first time I've ever come out and said it, but everybody knows they're recording everything we do, like our emails, our phones. Some people say, oh, they're watching you over your television. I think that's the least. They got the technology now. Even you sit in your house talking to your wife or your daughter or your son, they can pick up the words you're saying, and they're stored just like your phone calls are. If you look at Billy Bush, and stop and think about this, Luca. 12 years, he hung on to a conversation that he was laughing and giggling about himself. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen that way, Luca. Here's how they do that. They go back, they put Trump's name in, or they put Luca's name in, or they put my name in, and here's everything they said in the last 50 years probably, but I think this technology has only been probably for the last 15 years where they've got it down to where they think they got control of everybody. So they make a tape of that. Somebody goes to him. They don't tell him it's NSA or anybody else. They just go back to him and say, look, we need you to leak this to the press, and you'll get well paid for it. Now, on him, they came back and took his job away from him, so they kind of crossed him. It'd be nice to have him come out and say something about it. But after I get through with that, then I get an article the other day, and somebody called me and told me, artificial intelligence positioned to be a game changer. And here's Charlie Rose doing an interview on 60 Minutes, and guess who he's interviewing? He's interviewing a drone. What do you call a drone? Not a drone, but
a computer.
Yeah, it's a computer,
yeah.
But it's supposed to be a person. And they go on to say that this computer, the more you feed into it, the more it learns. Finally, it will come and outlearn the human being. It would. So what do they plan on doing with us if they can get the drones and stuff and they got it hooked up to computer, then they come out that they're smarter than us. Well, then if you go back and look at the Georgia Guidestones, it tells you what they plan on doing with us.
Yeah,
they don't need us anymore. You do know about the Georgia Guidestones, right, Luca?
Of course. And everybody I would like to invite to Google it. This is an official reality, not a conspiracy, okay? And the reduction of population, we go back to 500 million people. So that means pretty much 90% of us must go. I mean, that's the plan of the depopulation of the elite. That is nothing new. I mean, we have right now sitting at the White House as head of science, the Tsar of science. Think about the Tsar, okay, like in Russia. This man, I think is a devil, of course, he's not a man, that he wrote a book, and J.P. Holdren, okay? And the book is about depopulation, how to completely castrate people chemically, issue licenses for marriage, and put chemicals in the water, chemicals in the air, forced vaccination, everything to, let's say, control the population. Okay, J.P. Holdren, Eco-Science. Read it. It is not a conspiracy. This bastard is collecting our tax dollar. And by the way, this is not just an Obama problem. Obama's just following the plan that the Bushes before did. And of course, then the Clinton. It's all part of the same New World Order. Speaking about mind control, because I'm still shocked. I'm sorry. I'm still kind of, I cannot get over it. The fact that we have now, for the first time, I think, in American history, I mean, you tell me more because I'm an immigrant. I just came here 18 years ago, okay? But you tell me, you were born here way before me. How many times happened that we have a public figure, not just a public figure, let's say a person who works for the government, okay? Public official, like Hillary Clinton, who broke so many laws that everybody else would be not just indicted, but probably waiting in a max security prison. and she is completely laughing at us. There is no more rule of law. Every law is being broken in front of our face. Meanwhile, they can throw us in the dungeon. Forget about prison for 100 years. Look what happened to Pizzantilli, or look what's happening to Eric Parker, or many other people. Even just people that, for example, make a little infraction today. You hear stories. You don't pay your garbage taxes, or you just forget to return a book at the library. They come and get you with the cops or with the SWAT team. So, what do you think? How is possible that America right now is not even reacting to this big, complete, devastating travesty of justice? I mean, are we under mind control, or we've been chemically castrated? What do you think?
I think both. I think they're doing both. And if you go back a few years, Joe Biden was interviewing Roberts when he was trying to get on the Supreme Court, and the question he asked him was about the mind control. He said, "Mark my words, you will rule on this tenure before your tenure's up. You will rule on this." And he said, then they come in and they're trying to get the thought crimes. You will rule on this before your tenure's up. So what's he talking about, thought crimes? In other words, they read your mind. If you're going to be a criminal, they're going to arrest you. He said, you will rule on this. And they've already got to that point. They can already do that. I mean, this is such an evil program. And if you follow Nick Babish, he said if they turn the suicide frequencies on, there's going to be millions of people commit suicide. So I guess they figure, well, when they get ready to take us over, they'll just turn the frequency up, and they can turn the frequencies, Luca, and make people happy, or they can make you aggressive, or they can make you sad. Well, I mean, we're being controlled like a bunch of animals.
I believe there is something very true. First of all, everybody should investigate about HAARP, and they should investigate also what they're doing during and there are people still may laugh at us. I don't care, really. The point is, I'm laughing at them. I played before already the CIA director admitting just a few weeks ago that they're using weather modification, aka chemtrails, on video at the Council of Foreign Relations to modify the weather, of course, to save us from global warming. That's now finally they're admitting something, and this is just, of course, the farce or the face. Meanwhile, of course, they forget to tell you that we have no option but we have to breathe whatever they think is good for the environment or to save us from global warming. Meanwhile, they forget to tell us that these are all chemicals that we're all breathing, and they are poisonous. Okay. Now, this is just one aspect. The other aspect, as you said, there is a technology out there that it is not just to, let's say, save us from whatever BS they're saying from the weather or whatever. They are creating, by the way, global warming with this sort of situation. But the problem is, HAARP is a program that electromagnetic fields and different type of waves can influence our mood. There are different patterns out there. And they can completely see, you can see people how they're getting now much more almost crazy for no reason. There are some days people, they are freaking out. People, they are completely have their mood, the stress level, never seen like that before. And I'm starting to notice a pattern. When they start to have these high, let's say, density activities in the sky with these chemtrails, immediately or the day after, I start to see a behavior in many people that I know, completely much more irritable, stressed out, screaming. I mean, things that are really not normal. What do you think? Maybe a connection to that or not?
Yeah, yes, there definitely is, Luca. But they can do this, Luca, to a small group. They can do it to one person, or they can do it to the whole population. That's the technology that it's getting out of control. Every day, Luca, I have somebody. Some days, two people call me because my name's been out there for so long. Mm-hmm. Some guy named Mark called me the other day from California, and he thinks he's got it all figured out. He's figured out he's targeted, and they're going to kill him within a few days. Well, they put all that in people's head to put fear into them.
Yeah.
Then I got a good friend out in Louisiana named Judy. She called me a few months ago, and I tried to walk her through it to keep her from going crazy, because the first thing they try to do is implant fear in you. And it's sad when I got to tell people that call me, there's really no way I can tell you how to get out of the torture of this. It's electronics, and nothing can defeat it. And how do you tell somebody calls you up looking for it? That's like telling somebody that's going to commit suicide, I can't help you, go ahead and pull the trigger. I tell them, you know what, never do that, because on the V2K, the voice to skull, which they use on a lot of the target individuals, they tell them all the time to commit suicide. I tell them, never let them win. Never do it yourself. If they're going to kill me, they're going to have to kill me. I will not kill myself.
One thing...
Go ahead, Luca.
No, finish up. Sorry, finish up.
So, anytime, if they talk you into doing suicide, I guess the way they look at it was, well, we didn't do it. No, but if you torture somebody enough, then they commit suicide, you still done it. I guess they look at it like Hillary Clinton does. I guess that she's so demonic that she thinks that she really hasn't done anything wrong. And one reason I think she's getting by with it, Luca, because if they don't let her win or try to put her in there, she'll bring the whole house down. If they ever tell her no on anything, she'll bring them all down. They're not looking all to fall. But you know what, Luca? I think they're all going to fall before you. So I think they're going to stand. They're going to be in front of the courts like Trump told her. If I was president, you'd be in jail. But I think there's a lot of them fear and I do believe he's going to win. And if he wins, I'm telling you that there's going to be a lot of them. There's going to be a lot of them that end up in jail. We'll have our, like they did to Germany, after Hitler did what he did. Except Hitler never had the technology to do what these people are doing.
Well, at least
it's just pure ass evil.
You were saying something very important before about the fear that they put into you and what they want at the end. After all the misery and the torture, I really believe they want to see when a human being is going to be broken down, how he's going to break down, probably create a pattern, create a record, and then to see when every one of us, or at least the people that they're targeted, how they can go to the final part of the plan that they want us dead. And why not people find a way that people can kill themselves? After all, they're already trying this very well with, GMO. By the way, the latest studies on GMO. And, sometimes I really feel disgusted for people that try to put down everything just because it comes from the government. You must say is a conspiracy. No, guess what? This is not a conspiracy. If you worship so much the government just because you think FDA says so, you think you're part of the good old boys, you are not. Because document yourself, open yourself, learn something. I still have people that they call themselves conservatives out there, and they laugh at me when I talk about weather modification. And when I pointed out the evidence, the documents, the declassified documents, the legislation. And of course, all you need a couple of eyes and a brain to connect, looking at the sky, that there is no way commercial airlines can crisscross 20 times over your house. Okay, idiots.
Right.
But before even we go there, GMO. People, they will realize pretty soon that this is proven now in universities. Their plan with the GMO is pretty much to chemically castrate you, at least biologically castrate you. 3 generations of rats, lab rats, they completely become sterile in 3 generations. So back to this story of to try to put you in a situation that you want to kill yourself. It makes sense. And, my answer is one. You need to be surrounded by yourself or people that at least you can talk like we are talking. Because if you are isolated by yourself and around you, you're surrounded by zombies, it's going to be a hard place to live. Don't you think that? I mean, is it good to have some sort, at least like-minded people? We understand this situation and we can help each other. What do you think?
Right. Absolutely. When this all comes down, you better be friendly with your neighbors. Not so much your neighbors, the people that believe the same way as you, because your neighbors are going to be the ones that's trying to rob you for everything you got. But let me say on this here, on 60 Minutes, the following script is from Artificial Intelligence, which aired on October the 9th, 2016. Charlie Rose is the correspondent. Nicholas Marks is the producer. Everybody should go watch that and see what they got planned for all of us. They plan on the machine taking us over, the robots taking us over.
Yeah. Let me play this part. I found this Joe Biden, because everything we say, by the way, I invite everybody to verify it. You can Google it. You can find your way. Every time I talk about something, guys, even about these topics that seems like out of of this planet. It's all there. The evidence, it's all there. Like MK Ultra, it's all there. It is not a conspiracy. Mind control, it's all there. Okay? Project Monarch, it's all there. I mean, targeted individuals technology, voice to skull technology. Before I bring them on the air, I do my own researches. I don't just get people, okay, let's talk about whatever you want. No, I try to always to bring you things that they can be verified. Now, let me play this one. 1 second. Joe Biden.
Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that, mark my words, before your tenure is over. Can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violent behavior? You will rule on that.
Okay, I mean,
Can
one
a
second. Okay, I mean, that's just to give you the idea. I mean, you were talking about that and everything else.
Right.
I mean, this is so real. This is so real. And I really believe we're coming to a point, you know, as you said, the artificial intelligence, these, let's say, social planners, these controllers, these elite, they think that they're above us. And they realize that to complete their plan of extermination and mass control of humanity, so far it's been working pretty well. Let's say, through governments creating laws and, let's say, controlling each other. I mean, look, for example, the Bundy's Ranch, the exact example. You know, everything is unconstitutional, everything is a farce, everything is completely a fraud. Everybody's supposed to know at least, the allegations of this completely corruption of Harry Reid, the Senator Reid's son, working for Chinacom, and they wanted exactly the same part of the bond. I mean, everybody knows about the corruption, and still, these humans, these Americans, they were enforcing the orders of an unconstitutional act, in my opinion, an illegal order. But I think now, when they're going to go to the next step, they need to start to round up people, or maybe just to start to kill people. Maybe our humans, I mean, our Americans, even corrupted they may be, they may not go along with that. So what better way with maybe 30, 40,000 drones, facial recognition, and by the way, thank you, Congressman Trent Franks, and I'm being sarcastic here, you piece of scum, and all the other congressmen out there who voted a few years ago under the Bush administration to allow thousands and thousands of military drones now on the U.S. skies for military and police force also purposes. So now they can track you down with the drone. There is not even anymore the human being behind, doing the job, remotely controlling it. No, you put artificial, intelligence behind. You put a facial recognition. They have, by the way, our GPS address of every one of us. By the way, you remember a few years ago, I think it was 2010, during the census, Ken, when every census worker was putting the GPS coordinates of every American resident. Did you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Why do you think they do that? They spend billions of dollars for that crap. Why do you think that's their purpose? Why?
Because I think it was done if they want to come out and pick you up, or if they want to come out and grab your gun.
Yeah.
They can use it for several different things.
Exactly. And also, think about now artificial intelligence, even better. If they need to send a drone, okay, all you have to put a coordinate, okay, where you live, and then the drone already knows pretty much where you are. And then with the facial recognition, they can track you everywhere. And that's
right.
All they need.
Well, they're doing that. They're doing that right now.
Yeah.
The people think they think if they whisper to something in their house, or they're just talking normal, they think if they got the TV turned off, they can't hear them. No, they can still hear you. They say the TV, then your computers can. That's all to distract you from the truth. That they got the technology. No matter what we say, I guarantee they're recording what I'm saying right now and what you're saying right now.
Oh yeah, everything now, everything. And then, as you said before, whenever they need something about somebody, I mean, there is not a human right now tracking on every one of us. That would be impossible. But there is already the technology. They can track every information, every source, audio, video, emails, doesn't matter. And then is everybody in a database. We have a folder, digital folder. All they need to do is type our name or social security, whatever it is, and we come out, and they will have access to everything. How many times we went to the bathroom, how many times, you touch a woman or you touch a man, or pretty much everything you do. And everything can be used against us. And for the idiots out there There's still these good old boys, idiots. Oh, if you have nothing to hide, you should be no concern. You piece of trash. We have a Fourth Amendment. Seriously. If you think yourself of a conservative, if you think yourself of a constitutionalist, and you tell me that the government, you want to give up to the government a right, the Fourth Amendment is as good as the first and the second and the third and all the other rights our founding fathers fought and died for. And you piece of slime, that just because you want to kiss the ass of this law enforcement or whatever they are out there, you think to make you feel safe, you want to give up your Fourth Amendment, they should have the right, that they're imposing their power to spy on everything we do. They're supposed to open our houses, our homes. And by the way, they already can with the Patriot Act. You, all the pieces of trash who voted for the Patriot Act and supported Bush and all the other Republicans at the time. And now, of course, all the Democrats are kissing ass to Obama, that he renewed the Patriot Act a few times. This is exactly what we are facing. And this is now, it's all legal, technically, Ken, because we have, in their book, all the laws. And for me, of course, it's a joke, but that's the reality. Go ahead.
I don't know if you heard Eric Trump last night. He was on Fox News, and he said that they got an email, I guess, for how many of the ranchers they've been stealing their land. I mean, you was involved in that with me, so we know what they've been doing to the ranchers. I guess Hillary Clinton got $135 million, and she sold 20% of the mineral rights under all this land that they say they own to Russia.
Yeah.
Uranium One.
Yeah.
She got $135 million. That's what Eric said last night on Fox.
Yeah, the sad thing is this one now. This is making me feel even sadder. No matter what we find, no matter the evidence, no matter the crimes, she's going around, she's looking and smiling, okay? And she said, so what you going to do? That's the reality. What are we going to do? This is, for me, the most frustrating moment of my life as an American, okay? Because this is the proof that we are under tyranny, we are occupied, we have an elite of an handful of... Somebody cut him off. Let me call him back. Came from Michigan. That's funny. That was good. Let's see. Hey, Ken? I think... Ken, are you there?
Yes. Yes, my phone just shut off on me.
That's nice. Interesting. Today I had a great interesting coincidences. Before with, Eric Parker, it was impossible to talk to him. And then, of course, with you. And then when I was talking to his wife, the line was coming back and forth. I don't know. I want to think that it's just me. All right. What I was saying, this is the most frustrating moment as an American, and not just for me, I'm sure for many of us out there, to look at this travesty of justice, to look at the destruction of our republic, to look at the criminal that is running around, smiling like a crook that she is, and more important, these zombies out there, that they went just 8 years ago, they were against the war, and I was with them, even if I wasn't on the same political party, and now they're pretty much forgetting about that, and they forget that this bitch, okay, she's been doing spreading blood and misery and travesty all over the Middle East the last few years, from Libya, and you got the Syria, and then you got, of course, arming the ISIS, and now the latest email, 400 millions to ISIS, and the White House say, oh, it was just a mistake. Are you kidding me? If you give $1 to overseas, to, let's say, Hamas, you as an American citizen, you can get in trouble. She gave $400 million, and these people, these zombies, parasites, they're still going to vote for her. I find this a nightmare. I cannot believe it. I'm in state of shock. All I can think now, I'm not a Trumpy, okay? But I tell you, this is not anymore about Trump. This is about stopping the most evil candidate for president that we have had. Because after 8 years of that canyon, okay, we're going to have Hillary. We wouldn't last 4 minutes. Forget about 4 years. I think we're going to go completely mental depression the first few hours that she gets in office. Because that's the proof that there is no more justice. There is no more nothing. We are just a bunch of slaves. And the laws, they're going to be only for us. She's a queen. Whatever you want to call her. What do you think?
Exactly.
Do we have a chance?
Exactly. The people that's going to vote for them, may the chain set lightly on your ankles.
Yeah, this is it. I tell you. And that's why I say I'm not going to tell you guys, what to vote for, but I tell you one thing. Because on this show, I never tell you who to vote for. You do what you want. But if you vote for Hillary Clinton, you are my freaking enemy. Do not ever talk to me anymore, because blood will be in your hands. Remember that. I had some guests on my show. I try to keep it civil. I invite everybody on this show. But there is a moment that I draw the line. If you vote for Hillary Clinton, do not ever talk to me, because blood will be on your hands. Many of us, American people, will die for your stupidity, for your arrogance, for your weakness, for your cowardice. You piece of trash. You completely, irresponsible piece of trash. That also you are an arrogant, complete hypocrite. As I said, most of these people, they were come out, let's you say, protesting Bush during the wars. And then I was with them. But now you tell me that Obama, all these illegal wars and killing, assassination and drowning the crap out of people and the National Defense Authorization Act, you're going to vote for this evil bitch? Shame on you. Get out of my face. That's the best thing I can do. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. This is really personal. It's becoming really, it's real. This is not politics. This is how we're going to die the next few years. Simple as that.
We're living our death right now, Luca.
I know. It's sad because we could have a beautiful life. It's not perfect. It's still planet Earth. But this country, we have many more opportunities that, you can dream in every other place. And we are our worst enemies. Our ignorance, our whatever, I don't know if maybe at this point I want to blame it on my control. But something's terribly wrong that we came to this point that there is 50% of the population that are voting for this evil bitch, Hillary Clinton. That's all I can say.
Right.
I'll let you close. Whatever you want to say, Ken.
I just say that people may find this hard to believe, but all you got to do is go in and Google up targeted individuals, and you'll see thousands. I talked to a lot of them, Luca, and I see a lot of them that's really being tortured, and it's a sad day in America. I never thought, I'm 72, I never thought I'd see the day that our own government would torture our civilians or the people of this country just to learn something how they can control the rest of the world. And they do plan on using this on you, the listener out there, too. So get ready for it.
Oh, they're already doing it, in my opinion. They're already doing it in different ways. Listen, before you close, I want to thank you always for your help to also share this information, help me out to learn this stuff, and also to bring me some of the best guests I had when it comes to this topic. And I say, guys, this is not a show. This is not entertainment. I wish almost I didn't have to do this one, because honestly, there is no really personal gain. Okay, it is just for me. Sometimes it's a lot of pain, extra time I could dedicate to my life. At the same time, I really believe it's my little humble contribution. Whatever I can do, even if I can wake up just 2 people out there, even just 1 person, I don't care. I think it's something worth it. That's why I'm here. At the same time, I need your help. Okay, seriously. Intentionally, I don't even look for sponsors, because I know that with the topics that we talk here, the average sponsor would freak out on me and say, you must be crazy, never talk about this anymore. And I don't go for that stuff. I don't go on the air just to do some entertainment. I'm going to go here and I'm going to say everything I believe is real. So if you want to support the show, I tell you how to do it. There are different ways. If you want to just to have 99 cents and you're broke, I respect that. Guess what? You can still help me out. Go to www.zanna.us. www.zanna.us. You can download any of my songs for just 99 cents, okay? Number 1. Number 2, if in the morning you drink coffee, guess what? Help me out. You can get incredible organic coffee, GMO-free. You got 3 great blends. The Zanna coffee. You can go 1776, coffee to brewer revolution. You can get, of course, a straight shot espresso that you can also grind it for regular American coffee. Great coffee. And also, of course, you can get Route 66 coffee. And go to www.zannacoffee.com. You can get a special. There is a special, 3 bags for $30. It's a sample package. An incredible gourmet coffee for that price. And you also support the show. That's just another way. And then, of course, go to zannaart.com. You can see we got different things. The freedomrifle.com. Whatever you can do, I need your help. I'm just a guy here. I'm doing my best. And by the way, Ken, I wanted to say thank you to your lady. I know she placed an order for Zanna coffee, and I appreciate it. And tell her the coffee has been shipped today.
Okay, I will.
All right. Okay, Ken, listen, thank you very much. I wanted to say one more thing, Ken. You have you used to have a web page or some way people can contact you, message board. What do you have? In case people have questions about targeted individuals, I know you have a message board that normally you're pretty active. How people can reach you out?
Yes, you go to GMNKen, KEN.com.
Okay, so that's your website. Okay, very good. And there is your email there, right?
I didn't hear you, Luca.
And there is your email there.
I believe it is, or I think even my phone number's on it. I don't hide my phone number. I think even my phone number's on it because I get a lot of calls, Luca, because I've been in this for years trying to break this out for the target individual. So I'm pretty sure my phone number's even on that page.
Okay, perfect. And the reason why I'm saying that because, sometimes people, not just because you're having a bad day. Sometimes, I want to say not everybody's a target individual. Sometimes you need to be a little bit open mind, not discredit anything. Sometimes you may be just having a bad day. Sometimes it's good to consult with somebody else and verify before you go into the trap. Because then you're going to become a really target individual, even if you're not. Because you start to believe things. Right. So let's have an open mind. That's why I say let's talk to each other, especially people that have a little more experience into this. At least you can find a way to verify what's going on. All right, Ken, Lista, thank you very much. Okay, as I said, ready for our number 2. We will talk about guns, training, preparation, what things are coming, and what can we do to prepare ourselves. And then, of course, we have final hour about love, incredible guest. You're listening to Love, Guns, and Freedom with Luca Zanna. Do not go away.
He's a songwriter, a poet, a rifleman.
I'm not afraid.
And a constitutional activist.
I'm not afraid.
Italian by birth.
I'm not afraid.
American by choice. Gianluca Zanna.
I'm not afraid.
And his new CD, Love, Guns, and Freedom. 16 powerful songs on one CD from the heart of a patriot. For download or to order the CD, go to www.lovegunsfreedom.com. That's www.lovegunsfreedom.com. Lyrics for your mind, music for your heart. Gianluca Zanna's new CD, Love, Guns, and Freedom.